Friends, welcome back to Anybody Can Cook by Nasya. So it's been quite a while that we prepared something sweet, right? Because of all the iftar and Ramadan preparations, we have been continuously making main courses and some snacks. So today let's see how to prepare bakery style dilkush, otherwise called dilpasand. So let's begin. Before that, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button and share it with your friends and family too. So guys, first things first let's take some warm water. I've taken half a cup of warm water. To this I'm adding 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'll just melt it really well and we will start making the yeast ready for the outer layer of the dilkush. As I always tell you, make sure that the water should be warm when you add the yeast to it. It shouldn't be really hot because that will not let the yeast proof really well. So the sugar has been melted almost. Now I'm going to add around 3/4 teaspoons of instant dry yeast. Guys, the yeast has been activated really good. So now it's time to mix the dough. I've taken around 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour here. You can use even wheat also. I'm making a small depression over here and I'm adding on the activated yeast into it. I'll give it a good mix. Yes, it's coming together. So this time let's add around 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk to this dough while I'm mixing it. Alright, and as always, you know, the dough will be quite sticky in the beginning, but that's okay. It will come together really well after kneading for around 10 minutes. Yes, see, you will get a sticky dough like this. So now it's time to add butter. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of butter. Yes, let's mix it together really well. Let's knead it for 10 minutes. Tuck in the dough, spread some oil on the surface and keep it for rise for 45 minutes to 1 hour around. So I'm spreading some butter on my palm and I'm just taking the dough just like that so that it doesn't get stuck to my fingers. The dough has doubled up in size and it's very smooth also. So I'll just punch in the dough and knead it for a minute and we will start preparing our final dilpasand. Yes, it has been really aerated and all. So I'll just de-aerate it for a while and we'll set it on the baking plate. I'm going to divide the dough into 2 portions. I've spread some flour here and I'll just divide it equally into 2 halves. We will roll this portion first. So I am making the size of the dough equivalent to the tray what I am using for baking. So this is my tray. So I'll just see if that fits in. Yes. We'll leave some space at the edges because we'll keep this for second rise also. So you need to have some space for it to come up a little bit. It has to again rise after getting the fillings ready. So the bottom layer is ready now. Now let's get the fillings also ready. So I've taken 3 tablespoons of grated coconut, fresh coconut. You can even use desiccated coconut. 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm adding a handful of dry raisins also. Some cardamom powder. I'll just powder this one and add. Yes. I'll add some crushed cashew nuts and almonds also. I'll mix it well. You can add cherries or tutti fruttis or anything like that will go along. So I'm just using this much. Now I'm going to fill it on top of the first layer. While doing it, you should leave the edges and fill. Alright. We need to stick the edges, that's why I'm leaving the edges and filling it. Alright. So now we will place the second half portion on top of it. So I'll just cover it with the second half and seal the edges properly. You can just press the edges like this so it will get sealed properly. So the filling is completely ready. Now let's keep it for second rise for another 30 more minutes. So the dough is completely ready now after the second rise. Let's get it done now. So we are doing it without the use of an oven. So I've kept my pan ready here. I've kept it for preheat around 10 minutes. Now let me keep the tray. So let's cook it for around 15 to 20 minutes. So before starting, you need to give 2 cuts onto the surface so that it can expand easily. Slightly you can give a cut here. Yes. And we'll brush some milk onto the surface as well. We are brushing the milk so that we will get a golden brown top. And please don't forget to make the cut on the surface, otherwise it will be difficult for it to expand while it gets cooked. Alright. Yes, our Dilkush Dilpasand is ready here. So I've just made the slices. I'll just show you how beautifully it have come. Since we have made it in the stove, that's why the topmost portion is not like darker like the edges, but still that's okay. It has come out really well. Just the bakery type Dilkush is here. See this? Isn't this awesome? And the smell is also amazing. So I hope you all like the preparation, and without an oven you're going to make Dilkush with this recipe. So we'll see with yet another amazing recipe in Anybody Can Cook by Nasia. Till then, take care and bye-bye.